Hey guys, this is Cameron. I'm gonna make this short, sweet, and you're gonna get to the point of what happened in between the time that I filmed my last video and I'm filming this video. Alright, let's go for it. Okay, so what has happened in between the time that I have filmed that last video and now? Quite a lot, you might say. I seem happy and peppy now because I'm on the other side of it, so don't confuse this for, mockery of any sort, because I've gotten a lot of crap about that, surprisingly. I don't know, but anyway, so what has happened is it was cancer. You know that brain tumor that I was talking about, that picture that I showed you? Yep, turns out on November 6th, I was diagnosed with cancer. It's called chordoma. It's a bone cancer that pearled up into my brain. Little information about that. So when you're a baby, when you're an embryo, before you have a spine, you have this thing called a notochord. And what happened with mine is instead of, dissolving into the plates in between your spine like it's supposed to, it didn't. And it just pearled into this beautiful, ugly, awful thing called a tumor. And then I got cancer from it. So as soon as we were diagnosed, we came up with a game plan of having 2 major surgeries in December, and then that happened. Alright, December 15th and 16th, 2 really big days that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. So, 15th, long surgery, had my tumor removed, had my first vertebrae removed. Then they closed me up and let me heal a little bit. Then the second day, on the 16th, they went back in and they gave me a cadaver bone, some rods and screws, and a plate, something holding my neck up so I'm not loose-necked everywhere. So you could say I'm kind of part robot. Yeah? Anyway, so after that, I went home. I was in a hospital bed in my living room at my house for about 6 weeks. I had my grandparents and my parents take care of me over that time. I got all healed up and I went to my 6-week checkup, and then at that point I was cleared for radiation. Proton beam therapy saved my life. I'm going to explain to you how it did it. So photon therapy, the normal radiation that usually a lot of people get, is it does its job. It's really great. But with where my tumor was located, right at the top of my neck, where my medulla and, everything is, we needed something that wasn't going to cause as much collateral damage. So we went with proton beam therapy, which, say this is my tumor. This tissue, it's not, but just say it is. We had proton therapy, which only came in and then it targeted it. It didn't have an exit wound, so I didn't have, the multiple burns that way. I didn't have as much collateral damage in my brain because I only had a targeted area. But we came at it from many different options. We came at it from this side, and then we came at it from this side, and then we came from the behind. And so we had like 3 focal points that we targeted this tumor. And it worked. I mean, so far it's worked. There's nothing indicating that it's growing back or anything, which is fantastic. But halfway through my treatment, I lost the ability to walk, which is kind of scary. I mean, not kind of scary, which is really scary. But they figured out that it wasn't because I had any regrowth or anything. It was just the radiation was making my brainstem swell up. So they put me on a drug called dexamethasone. It's basically prednisone times 100. It's a really strong cancer drug. And it caused me to be hungry all the time. And if I didn't eat, I would get violently sick. So, of course, I gained a lot of weight by it. I broke out like crazy. It looked like I had chicken pox, like hives, but they were all just rash and pimply. It was gross. But with a little bit of lotion and some, tapering off of that medication, I, was able to lose a little bit of that weight. I'm still trying. My skin cleared up and I can walk, which is really good. So with all of that done, I finished in May. I got a job, I started working, saved up some money, and then I moved out with my boyfriend at the time, and then, life kind of just got in the way, and we decided that, me and my boyfriend at the time needed to split up. And you know, me and him, no hard feelings, so there's nothing that, you know, I need to go on about that. But, you know, with that breakup, that gave me the freedom to move to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And I don't know if a lot of you know, I guess a lot of you know, because it's probably just going to be friends and family watching this for the first little bit. But my parents picked up and moved to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and I stayed back. And then after that breakup, I was like, you know what, I'm going to start over. I packed up all of my stuff, I shipped it all out, I got a plane ticket, and I flew to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and I started over. I'm working at Apple Tree, a learning center right down the street from us. On the weekends, I'm working at Holiday, it's a gas station here. And I'm saving up to buy my own place. You know, I'm gonna get my own place. I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna finish my degree, and whatever that is. And I'm just gonna start anew, you know. I didn't really want to have this video be too long. One, because it's on shaky camcorder, you know, not great quality. And two, I didn't really want to focus on the past too much. You know, everybody, you know, they ask me about the cancer and they ask me how I'm doing, and I'm great. I'm doing fantastic, and I love talking about it. But, you know, I just want to move on, you know? I don't know if that's me being selfish. I don't know if that's not the proper thing to do in this situation. But, you know, I'm just going to pull a camera in and say, let's go with it and move on. So from here on out, 2016, you know, I'm not going to completely forget that I had cancer. I'm not going to completely ignore it, because it was a big thing in my life, and it was a big thing that made me grow up. It made me who I am now. But I'm also not going to let it own me. So I challenge all of you in 2016, for 2016, is leave something behind in 2015. When that changes over, when it turns 12:01 of 2016, I want you to leave something behind in 2015. If that means negativity towards somebody, if that means negativity towards yourself, if that just means negativity in general, leave it behind. Just let go. Because I don't know about a lot of you, but 2015 was just a rough year for me. And from the people that I know, it was a rough year for them. And so I hope that 2016 is going to be bomb, because we all deserve it. So leave something behind in 2015. Be happier in 2016. You know, everybody's getting married, they're having kids, people are getting promotions. You know, it's good. Life is happening, and that is a fantastic thing. So I hope that's something that you guys can do. Leave in the comments what you're gonna do. I don't know. This is so strange, but what I'm gonna try to do for 2016 is, of course, I'm gonna try to eat healthier. You know, like I say every year, but this year I think I'm actually gonna stick to it. I'm gonna live happier. I'm gonna do something in my life that actually makes me happy, not others happy. I'm gonna live through my own happiness. And I'm gonna start doing this more. I'm gonna start filming more. I'm getting more camera equipment. I'm getting more opportunities to do that. You know, this is it. You know, I want 2016 to be the year that I look back and go, yeah, I turned my life around. I did it all by myself, and I'm so glad I did it. So join me on this journey. It's gonna be a good one. Stay pumped, because I'm pumped, so you should be pumped. So I love each and every one of you. I'm stealing Ellen's slogan, be kind to one another, alright? Y'all deserve it. Love you.